When I was a kid, I would go around telling everybody how I would become the richest man on earth, how I would go to the Olympics and become the center of paparazzis. It was a confidence that stood upon the naive mind of a child, that stood upon the many awards that I won at that time. However, the arrogance disappeared as I begin to see my friends becoming national representatives, winning awards on international stage, and topping off newspapers. I began to wonder if I was just a normal kid, if I would go on to become a normal adult and die with the message on my headstone saying, "A woman who lived and breathed." I did not want that, and I believed my soul wouldn't either. But the fear covered me, and it surrounded me until the summer last year. 2023 marked my 9th year in fencing. I had been going to competitions worldwide, to trainings, and winning several awards. However, that year I tried to go back to Hong Kong to enter a ranked tournament that will allow me to compete with some of the best fencers in the world. It was a 2-section competition, and in the first round, I did surprisingly well. It gave me a pressure that became fear, and I freaked out during the actual competition. I got eliminated from both the U17 and U20 age group. I was so terrified and depressed that my parents would be very disappointed on me. And I did not want to stay at the arena anymore, so I booked an Uber home. On the drive, I met a man that could say changed my life forever. He was an 80-year-old guy, a driver who was very experienced. And when he figured the reason that I was so sad and depressed, he told me one sentence. 攞牌啊，教好好，不過呢，你鍾意勁擊就好犀利啊。He really praised me for being there and knowing how to fence and liking the fact that I fenced. And with that line, I decided to listen to his story. He was a man that carved marble like his father, grandfather, and the generations that came before. He was a very talented young man, and it was a bright future that he held. However, the rapid development of technology took over his job. He had to step into the field of technologies, funding programs that he thought would earn him money. There was one where he dumped billions of dollars. He would go sign contracts with artists and movie stars all over the world, and their live performance would be displayed in the VR set. It would earn him a lot of money. However, COVID came in the next year. All of his money gone to nothing, and the man's son was about to go to university. He had to come back to Hong Kong and start the business of driving Uber so they could have a constant salary and afford all the life expenses that they needed. He spoke of his story in a so nonchalant way that it was like a story he was telling and not his life that was full of tragedies. I learned from his story one lesson, and it was that we all hope to be that one in a million. However, we're most often than not just one in that million. So why not just treasure life the way it is, despite the difficulties, despite all the challenges, and perhaps constant failures? I guess if I die right now, I would be remembered as the woman who failed but with a smile. Thank you.